Hello everybody, this is the thejonnymar and welcome to a different kind of video. So on Patreon, I offered up a poll to ask my patrons what type of game they wanted to see me play poorly, because I'm just not good at it. And they chose fighting game, out of options of fighting game, first-person shooter, and rhythm game. And so we're going to be playing, as you can see, Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting with all of these names in the title for the Super Nintendo, played via my Super Nintendo Classic or Mini. And so, a little bit of disclosure, I am not a fighting game player. I did own some fighting games back in the Super Nintendo era. So I actually played the original Street Fighter 2 and also Super Street Fighter. But I never really played this game. And I haven't really touched fighting games since I moved on from the Super Nintendo. So it's been about 20-ish years since I've played a fighting game. So we'll see how I do on this particular game. Chances are probably not very good, hence the title of this video. But we have all of the different options here of the original Street Fighter 2. We have the original 8 fighters as well as the 4 bosses. And my favorite fighters are Ryu and Ken. Or Ryu, I guess. And I also like Guile, although I'm not very good at Guile. With how bad I am, I'm even worse at using Guile. But we're going to start with Ken, and we're going to take on Dalsim. And so it seems like I have a general sense of the controls again. I can pull off some of the basic moves here, including a fireball, spin kick, as well as, ow, just sweeping the leg. As we know, you should always sweep the leg, as we learned in Karate Kid. Not too bad. We are on the default difficulty here, pretty much default settings for everything. Hey, be quiet back there, elephants. And I hopefully will be able to win at least a couple of fights. But certainly as we get further in, I am not going to do as well, because the AI in this game tends to ramp up pretty quickly. Ow. You would think that being entirely on fire would, kill your character. But apparently not. How did that not kill you? I just need one more hit. Okay. There we go.
You win.
Hooray! I didn't lose to the first fighter. That's exciting. I will crush you. I always gravitated more towards Ken than Ryu because essentially I look more like Ken. I have blonde hair and also I have dark eyebrows as well. So Ken always sort of resonated with me in terms of my appearance. So for me, this is the ultimate battle here. I need to beat my rival. Well, Ken's rival. Oh no. Ugh. And I'm not doing so well. Taking a fireball to the face. Unfortunately, oh man, Ryu tends to try to spam fireballs. And so if you can jump over it, you can get in close and hit him hard. That was close. Almost died. This is going to be a no-death run, I'm telling you. I'm going all the way to Bison. One of the things I liked about Super Street Fighter is that they started to differentiate Ken and Ryu more. And so Ken had the special uppercut punch, and Ryu had the special fireballs, instead of just being complete copy and paste of each other. It's too early for you to be defeated. Look at that blood. Unheard of on a Nintendo system. Alright, we're sticking in Japan and we're taking on the sumo wrestler. Let's see how we do. Ow. Ow! Hey, stop using your overpowered chop attack. Hey, stop it. Okay, are you gonna be dizzy? Of course not. What do you mean the deathless run is over? Stop laughing at me. It's okay, we're gonna run it back. We're gonna take this guy out. Okay, 1,000 hands. Apparently that did more damage than my fireball. Nice. Stop blocking. I am terrible from the right side. I cannot do Ken's moves as well from the right. Uh-huh. You're just gonna bust right through my moves, aren't you? And hit me from super far away. Yeah. Well, that went well. So there we go. I died. We're dead. It's over. I guess sumo wrestlers are the greatest fighters in the world. You learned it here. So we could just let it click off here and the timer run out. But I figure I'll give it one more shot with Guile. So let's continue. Now, I also like Vega, but I'm even worse with Vega. So we're gonna avoid that. We'll try one more time with Guile. I liked Guile as well, simply because of his look. His haircut is pretty awesome. But again, I'm even worse with him because... Ow. You have to charge his attacks to use them. And he's got that weird sweep attack that he does in the air too. It's so strange. Yeah. That went well. Oh, I didn't tell you, I'm actually Honda. So I'm doing well here. Yeah, I'm the sumo wrestler on the right. Watch how quickly I beat this fool that's trying to be Guile. And the game is not allowing me to throw a sonic boom. Nice. That might just be my poor skills, or that might be the lag inherent in the SNES Classic. Stop hitting me with that! I always found it humorous when E Honda would do his 100-hand slap. Ow. And then he would move around the ring as well. But okay, there we go. We lost again. So that's it. No, we can't do better than that. I mean, I probably could if I played this for like hours on end, but I just have no interest in fighting games. So hopefully you enjoyed watching me play very poorly and get my butt kicked in Street Fighter 2. Turbo, hyper fighting, super awesome game. So I'll see you all in my next episode, where we'll take on something that I'm actually perhaps good at. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's put in my name here, and we'll see if we can top the leaderboard. Hey, first place. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.